Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. Today we got the lovely Christina in-house. She's going to be handling all the decks. And we got Modern Muse Tarot, Happy Joy KSW, and Crystal. What is going on? Happy Joy wants to know? Yeah, be on the list. Sure, why not? By the way, if you're new here, there is no list. Donations take priority and then I pick at random. So there's no list to say. There's no list to speak of. But if your question is interesting or you donate, I might read it. Let's see about that. What is going on? How's it going? Modern Muse, Midnight Meditations. Welcome. How you doing, Midnight? Good to see you as well. All right. Should be all set and ready. Here we use a Super Lunaris. Started out. Cowboy Dan, what's going on? All right. Happy Jojo. What is your question? Let me know. Linda, what is going on? Good to see you as well. What is up? We are doing the Super Lunaris, starting it off strong with the Super Lunaris Tarot. Modern Muse Tarot started off general reading. There we go, Modern Muse. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Let's see what kind of things we got. We got 20 viewers and we started 2 seconds ago. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Going to be a packed house tonight. Or sure sell, DiCaprio. What is going on? Good to see you as well. All right, see what we got going here. What do we have going? We got the Lovers, Page of Pentacles. We got a little bit of the 9 action. Ooh, and the 7 too. Hello, Piggy. Whoa, it has been a minute. Thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. Hope Piggy's got Josh. We will get that out there. Maddie, welcome back. Good to see you. Kathleen is back. Welcome, Kathleen. What's up? All right, get a little general there. Modern Muse Tarot. It is about the lovers. It is about making connections because it seems that we have some new connection coming up. We have some new connection in the pool, in the mix. The lovers, when it's next to the page, is interesting. Maddie, thank you for your donation. Boo-boo, welcome. Diane, welcome to the stream. The lovers in the page, it's like we have a connection. We're getting this new connection. We're getting an exciting connection going. And at the same time, we have a little bit of that new feel to it, like that new car smell. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. So you got that Page of Pentacles, starts off with something new, something a little bit inexperienced, coming in there, not really knowing what to expect, not really knowing where to go. Interesting thing about it, though, is this connection actually works out for really well. It like works out for the best. So we have a lot of sort of activities. We have a lot of interesting things about this connection sort of coming up. I think one part of that is just going to be sort of this excitement or general buzz about it. I mean, the Nine of Cups is a pretty powerful card when it comes to meeting somebody, when it comes to doing all of that. KSW, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate that. But that 7 is sort of interesting here. It's like, even though this new connection rounds out, even though it is interesting and sort of pretty cool, the 7 says that we're moving into this space where we do have to sort of invest in the future. In other words, we do have to put some effort into this. We do have to put something into this that we need to do to get this done. But it definitely has that feeling there. So yeah, new connection, basically. It is going to be a good established connection. It's going to be a strong connection as you sort of move in immediately to it. But overall, very interesting as well. Jeannie, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you. I appreciate that. Let's see, what do we got going next? We got a little bit of the action with Hello Piggy. What do you see happening between me and my boyfriend Josh by the end of December? Let's see what's happening with that. That is interesting. See if we can get some good news for that. See what kind of excitement and adventure we can have with you and Josh before the end of December, how that goes. All right, for this one, by the way, we are using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. The Tarot of the Mystical Moments, because some days you need to be mystical. And that day appears to be today. I mean, I'm just saying. If we have a mystical moment, it appears to be right now. Because we're seeing about Josh and yourself. As far as the connection goes, right, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Now, that's sort of an interesting thing here. It's basically that we sort of have to restart something or something changes. We have some big changes coming as far as that's concerned. I think the big changes are going to sort of pick up around July-ish. I think the big changes are going to be there before we had that, before we sort of move into that, we have the Four of Swords, sort of a delay before that. So it's almost like that either we have like a light separation, or we have something on hold, or something's not moving forward that needs to move forward. But we have this mixture of things happening as far as that's concerned. The Four of Swords, that delay happens before the Three of Pentacles, before we get into this new thing, before changes come about. The Page of Wands into Judgment. Basically, it says that you have some sort of reboot to the relationship. What does that mean? That could mean that things go poorly and we sort of, separate for a little bit. It could mean that things go well, but one of us has to move out or move away, or one of us happens to have some other things happening. But basically something sort of cycles and changes within the relationship. And the Page of Wands sort of shows that. It says we're not quite ready to where we get into the situation of not being ready, and yet we have changes to deal with. So it's like we're unprepared, a little bit of an unpreparedness that comes about through here. But yeah, that's basically how it goes, and that's how it moves. So it's sort of, there you go. There you go. A little bit of a mixture, restart, a reboot, have an unpreparedness for some of the events that occurred. We have a delay. We have some work involved in sort of getting pieces back together and whatnot. So a bunch of interesting things happening with that. Betty, welcome. And Jeannie, Luna, good to see you. Bartman, Galatians, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. The purpose of Valentina coming in. Crystal, I did get it. I have not had time to look at it. I will look at it soon. Future for me and the Aries. Oh my, we got a little Aries modern love up here. And we'll get some Aries modern love out in the Modern Love Tarot, because that's where the Aries and you are going to reside. We are going to figure out what is going to happen with the Aries and how that's going to work out overall. Let's check that out and see what's up. The Six of Wands is nice. That's nice. Death. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Is there much future in this relationship? I mean, how much future do we see in this particular relationship? How much have we dedicated? How much have we invested? How much investment have we made in here? It feels like that we've made some investment in it, but it's not something long-term, or it doesn't work. It seems like it just doesn't work. In other words, we've made the investment, but it doesn't feel like the investment is going to return results, basically. So give the Six of Wands. We have success, but we're sort of hindered, even though we have success, even though we're able to move into that successful place, it still feels like we're hindered. It still feels like we didn't have the level of success that we sort of needed, or we didn't have that 100% confidence in it, or it doesn't feel like it is that level of success. And basically, Death said changes are required to keep a pulse, right? Tammy, welcome. How you doing? Changes are required to keep a pulse open here. So maybe we need a defibrillator. Maybe we need something happening. But unless changes occur, we're on a road to sort of downhill, basically. Boo-boo, thank you for your donation. The Queen of Wands says that you're sort of in control here. You're in control in a lot of different ways with this. The Knight of Swords says somebody ends up thinking about leaving, or thinking about sort of moving out, or, sort of moving into the next phase, right? Moving in something else, basically. And so, again, there needs to be some magic. There needs to be some spark that's not quite here. That needs to be 100% confidence. There's not quite here. Basically, that Death says we need some changes. And unless we get some changes, I think that we do have somebody leaving. So the Knight of Swords, that exit strategy as we go. So that is what the cards say. Anyway, as always, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Sweepy, will I see Charles Xavier again? The country's closed. Oh, okay. Will I see them again? Their country is closed. I've never thought that would be in the vocabulary. Like, a country is closed. Like, if I told you that was in the vocabulary, you know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, you'd be like, what do you mean closed? Well, now you know what you mean closed, but I mean, before this, you'd be like, wait, what? Wait, what? What do you mean close a country? But now we really understand it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we understand the ramifications of those words. Okay, when will I see X again? Charles Xavier, X, the X-Man himself. The Three of Swords, Justice, the Ten of Cups, and the Tower. Basically, it means the country may need to be reopened for this. We have to balance things out. We have to get things back to normal. We may have an issue getting things back to normal. It may be something where the country is continually closed, or maybe something where the country is continually having problems. The Ten of Cups says you do get to see them again. I wouldn't worry about that. But it's almost like the tower needs to fall, you know? The tower needs to fall. The tower needs to collapse. We need some big changes in order for you to see them again. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, basically, we need some big changes, right? We can't do what we currently do and it work. Justice needs to happen. We need things balanced back out, things back to normal. Until then, we will have the Three of Swords moment where we only can connect online. We only can sort of be with each other virtually type of thing, right? But seeing them again, the tower has to collapse. Things need to be fixed. It's like things need to be completely glossed over and worked over until this can be recovered and happen again. But yeah, it is a bit challenged getting in there and doing all of that stuff. All right, what do we got going next? We got the This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot wants KSW's reading to go well. And KSW wants to know, my sister wants to buy the house from my mom's estate. Is she being honest about the transaction? Oh my. Oh my, we have a family member issue indeed. We could have something happening here. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never buy a house based upon a fat man reading tarot on the internet. Don't do it. That is not something you want to do. Okay, well, we don't do that. We'll do this. Queen of Wands, she loves being in charge. She loves being in charge. She wants to be in charge of this. She wants to have command and control of this particular situation. And we have the family member. We have the family member card, that connection card, and a house card, and the Hanged Man card. Basically, what you're seeing is not real. There is some deception happening. There are some things being moved around. How do we, okay, this is a beautiful reading, by the way. Get a good snapshot of this into your head, because this is going to be on the Patreon. This is a great reading. Kathleen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. Queen of Wands says they like to be in charge. They like this role. They want this role. This seems to be something good. It seems to be something good. And they are going to make that connection and get into the role to get the house. Okay? There's something up. There's something up. There's something going on. The Hanged Man said not everything is as it seems. So we have a situation that's being a little bit different, a little bit unusual, a little bit not right with the situation. That Hanged Man kind of spoils the pot. You know what I mean? It's like you're cooking a good stew, and then you drop a whole thing of salt into the stew. You know what I mean? It's like something's up. Something's not right. Something's not quite going as well as it should. This is such a great read. That is such a great read. That's going to be on the behind the readings on the Patreon for sure. That is excelente. That is an excelente reading. But yeah, there's something going on. Galatians. All right, now I need to know what Galatians says. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. Okay, Galatians 6:7. All right, let's see what that says. What does that say? Galatians 6:7. All right, what is Galatians 6:7? Do not be deceived. Okay, it'll be also read. Oh, to be not deceived. Oh, interesting. Anyway, the purpose of Valentina coming into my life. Is this part of the deception? Is this part of your name? Is this part of the deception happening thing there? I don't know. Let's see. Elmira, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Sunshiny Day is here. Sunshiny Day, it's always good to see you. You have the wildest work week readings ever now. Sunshiny Day, you remember the old days when you had like normal readings? And now I know that something wild's coming. Like every time I read for Sunshiny Day, something wild's coming. It's guaranteed. Okay, what is the purpose of Valentina? Just popped up. Valentina came out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. What's going on with Valentina? What is the purpose of Valentina coming in? Well, it doesn't look all that healthy. We got the devil. We got the devil. The devil says that Valentina came in with a purpose. Valentina knows what they need to do. Valentina has something on the agenda. They're not coming in raw, right? Because I'm just saying, we have that feel. Emma, thank you for your donation. We have that feel. The devil next to the Seven of Cups. The devil is working. The devil is working. Maybe we're back to the Galatians 6:7 after all. The devil is doing some work. They're planting the seed. They're planting something into the ground that may be sprouting later. It could be indeed. And that Six of Cups says that they're sort of within this realm of communication and connection, things like that. So they're using this work to make a connection. The King of Cups says that it is sort of an emotional thing as well. It does have an emotional component to it. So if you're looking for something that, what is their purpose? Well, yeah, the devil working, the devil and the Seven of Cups doing some work may not be super authentic as it goes. And they're definitely going to use that to make connections with other people as well. So the King of Cups, it does say there's an emotional component to it. In other words, maybe they need something emotionally. Maybe they want something emotionally. Maybe they have some things happening. There's definitely some things going on, some things moving around, definitely sort of an agenda. Like we're coming in with maybe an agenda. But, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying we're coming in with an agenda. In other words, we have work to do, and we're going to contact Galatians, and they're going to be part of the whole thing as it goes, right? All right, let's see what else we got going on. By the way, we got Christina handing us the decks, doing the shuffling, doing all the work for us. Thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate you. And we're going to go a little bit of the next question up here, which is Boo Boo weekday reading with the Housewives Tarot. Maybe you're going to do Housewife thing. I don't know, Boo Boo. We got a Housewives Tarot section. We need some weekday things, information coming in. We need to make the phone not go to sleep. And because we need that phone. We need that phone in case somebody does the PayPal thing. We're actually on PayPal now. We're no longer on Square. That's a good thing. Two of Cups says that you have somebody coming in that is going to be, it's going to be sort of, I think that you need somebody during this week. You need someone to help you out with something. Somebody needs you. You definitely have a connection happening with that Two of Cups, and it's initiation of something new. Could be somebody new, could be somebody that you haven't seen before. So it could be one of those adventures as that goes, but definitely sort of a new communication or a new communication this week with somebody, right? Wow. Page of Cups and the Fool. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Page of Cups says that you're going to have to sort of soothe this person or, give them something in order for them to basically go away. The Page of Cups says they do sort of want some connection. They do want some communication happening back and forth. There are some things going with this particular person. The Fool says, I think that you want to get rid of them. I don't think it's somebody that wants you to be around long term, but it's sort of difficult to get rid of them again because they are sort of in that. Now, do they bring drama? I think they bring a lot of interesting things to the connection, but drama, I don't really know about that. Not really sure about that. But new connection. A little bit of the new connection coming in for the work week. YouTube user, different day, same question. How does Anna currently feel about me? Thank you so much. Let's get a little bit of a scan going. Find out what is going on within. What do they got planned? What are they feeling today? What kind of interesting things are going to happen through this particular connection? I want to know. I want to know. Ruin. Today is not a good day. Today is a terrible day. Today is a terrible day. This is your worst reading yet. YouTube user, I have to admit. I don't know what's going on over there within, but this is by far your worst reading yet. We have the Ten of Swords. It's like something happened to them today. Something happened to this particular person. I think they have a little bit of a heartbreak, right? The 10 and the 3 of Swords, that's a rough day. It is. Something dramatic happened to N, I'd say in the past few days, right? The past few days, we have that cutting action in two different things. They could have lost somebody, or maybe they had an argument with somebody. They could have had an emotional upset happen, but we have 3 horrible cards. It's almost like they're looking for somebody new at this point, or they went through a breakup, or they went through a big fight, or something happened in N. We have a big problematic area here. The 2 of Cups is almost like they're trying to make connections with other people now. It's almost like that something just ended. Could be a relationship ended. It could be something happened with this particular person, but they do want a connection with somebody else right now, and that is the 2. That is the 2 indeed. So, yeah, as far as feeling about you, I do think they could use you right now. That's for sure. They're definitely going through some issues, some problems, and they are having some, having a few issues happening here. So, all right, interesting to find out what's going on over on that side, because that looks a little bit challenging. Thank you so much. Oh, we're using my deck. Using my deck of cards, which is going to be here in 2 weeks, by the way. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you are going to see the new version of the Waterfall Tarot. And they are hopefully going to have some interesting stuff. Hopefully, it's going to be nice and thick. Amina, ask your question. Aaron and a tarot nymph. What is going on? It's so good to see you, Bo. Well, general. Right, that. We got the 6. All right, we got a tale of 2 cities. Literally here. You're walking into a situation where you're not quite prepared for it. So you're walking in a situation, it is going to be a bit on the challenge side. It is going to be something where you need to deal with something quickly, smoothly, but I don't really think that's possible. It almost feels like that there's a mixture of things happening with this, or we have to defend ourselves, not literally defend ourselves, but we're walking into something where we're just not prepared, right? Get the Knight of Swords, that action, that movement, and we have the defensive card of the 7, which again is not necessarily defensive, but it's definitely on an unexpected. You're moving into that unexpected thing to get done. Part of where you're going, part of your destination, is the 3 of Pentacles. I need to take some action upon arrival. I need to take some action upon arrival. Tarot Nymph, thank you so much for your donation. But again, did I mention you're not quite prepared for it? Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're not quite prepared for it, so we're going to be spinning our wheels, Kathleen. Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're going to be spinning our wheels, trying to get this, trying to move, trying to get that action. And we're just not making any progress. We're on the mouse wheel. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. The 6 of Swords basically says now is not the time to make the big journey. Now's the time to wait. Now's the time to relax and wait and just relax, basically, and wait. The 6 of Swords, that long journey, that big journey, that epic journey, now is not the time. Now is not the time. That unpreparedness sort of set us up for something where no matter how much we work towards something, we just seem to can't make much progress. Thank you so much. All right. We got, by the way, we got the wonderful Christina helping us out today. She's doing all the show. She's doing all the heavy lifting, basically in the background over here. Doing all the heavy lifting. The art Golden Nouveau is next on the list for Sunshiny Day, because Sunshiny Day needs a sunshiny day at work. That's for sure. Sunshiny Day, is it still exciting over there at work? We've got a lot of wild things happening, weird things happening. Oh my. Oh my. We do have stuff. We do have stuff. Okay. Sunshiny Day. You're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in. I mean, you do have that. You do have that. You're stuck in a situation that you just don't want to be in. You want to expand out of it. You want to move out of it. You want more opportunities. You want things to be a little bit not like they currently are, right? That Fool says you can't seem to just get out of this situation. You can't seem to sort of sneak out and move on to the next thing. So you're kind of stuck. You're kind of trapped, stuck in there. You need to make some important decisions while you're here. I don't think that you can relax at this point. You need to make these important decisions. You need to make some critical decisions, some movements happening. You need to sort of think on your feet as it goes, right? That thinking on your feet, but I can't escape the situation, so I'm gonna have to deal with it as I need to deal with it. Now, the world being upside down is kind of frustrating a little bit. It says there's no good result from anything that you do. You just sort of hunker down and just sort of withdraw back and let things sort of roll as they're going to roll. And then when it's time, you're going to need to leap out and go. You're going to need to leap out and do your thing. Because now is not the time to escape. I don't really think there's much escape with that. I think that there are things happening in the background that you're not able to control. There are some secrets of the high priestess, some things behind there that you're not able to sort of get a handle on. And the world being upside down says there's not really a good result for you at this time. So a little bit on the challenge side for sure. A little bit on that challenge side for sure. There you go. Yeah, those are not the best shuffling cards, that's for sure. They're like sharp. The cards are like sharp and like cut your hand. Okay? What is my soul contract with M? I don't know what what's a soul contract? Yeah, what was agreed upon unto the world. What's a soul? Is that a thing? Well, yeah, some people believe that. Is that a thing? Soul contract? Yeah. So when I came into the world, I owed somebody $1.50. Like, is that? Well, I mean, if you've got karma. If you got karma, I owe $1.50. Is anybody in chat that I owe $1.50 to? I mean, I'm just saying. If I owe you $1.50 from a previous life, then I may have to pay it. I may have to pay it with the money trick. I mean, I'm just saying. If I had $1.50, well, there's no 50, but if I had $1, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I owe you this in a past life or something. I mean, maybe I owe you this in a past life. I'm not sure. I'm telling you that in the next life, you know, I'm just like Wimpy from Popeye. You know, I gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. In the next life, I tell you what, I'll give you 100. I'll give you 100 instead of the $1.50. But in this life, there's not much I can do. There's not much I can do. Next life, we'll catch up. We'll catch up. Join me on the stream in the next live, and we will have a party, is what we're going to have. All right. So, yeah. What is my soul contract with M? We have the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and Justice. You know what? Justice is so interesting here. It's like that we're paid up. We are paid up. Things are balanced out in here. Things are balanced out. We're paid up. You know, I don't really think that M owes you something or you owe M something. It feels like that we're paid up and we're finally free. We're finally able to get the stuff done that we need to do or get the connection that we need or get the dynamic things going that we sort of need, right? Meadows, welcome. How you doing tonight? But yeah, we are paid up in this particular life with M. King of Cups, though, says that I think M wants more emotionally than you do. It's like M needs more emotion, or we have more of an emotional fallout from this particular situation with M. It seems like M has more on the line, or M has more, you know, to lose, basically. The Seven of Cups also says that I think M has owes some other people $1.50 as well. We have the Seven of Cups. It's almost like that we have all of these different lives, all of these different connections that we've had together. I think that not only is it paid up, but, you know, we sort of moved on to owing other people as well. So there's that thing as well. Anyway, there you go. There is the soul contract. Hopefully you can do the money trick and pay them off quick. We need to pay them off quick on that money trick because I'm just saying, the Star Tarot is next. Who or what was X to me in a past life? Ooh, tonight is past life reading. We could have a lot of past life readings tonight. I mean, the good thing about a past life is, you know, you weren't there. You weren't there. We need a past life tarot deck, you know? Well, considering how well my last tarot deck worked out, let's not do that one. Sheila, welcome. What is going on? Good to see you. All right. Past life tarot deck. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's a thing. It could be. It could be. So, who or what were they? Two of Swords says that... Chariot, Two of Pentacles. We have a bunch of twos. Basically, they bring balance to your life. Okay, we got a couple of twos. We got the Two of Pentacles in that balance. We have the Two of Swords within that balance. Rose, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But we have this mixture going on here, where it seems that things need to be in balance and they bring you into balance. So maybe without them, you sort of go off on this tangent. Maybe without them, you go here or there. They bring you into this mode that you normally would not have been in and you normally would not have sort of experienced without them. So they bring you out into this next place, this new place. The Chariot, sometimes they have to drag you out. I don't think, Sweet Pea, I don't think a lot of times you want to go. The Chariot says you do get dragged out sometimes. You do need some sort of motivation. You do need sort of be pulled out sometimes. The Seven of Pentacles says, though, that it's not a freebie. Now, I think when you're together, there are some things involved. There is some work involved. You need to do some things, you know what I mean? To stay there. It's not a freebie to where everything just goes smoothly. There is some effort involved in keeping that up and running, basically. But yeah, they bring about balance. So without them, you would be greatly out of balance. That could be mentally, it could be financially, it could be stability. I mean, there's a lot of things happening with this particular person, Sweet Pea, that's for sure. Okay, Tarot Nymph, how does SCM feel about me, and where is this headed? Ooh, we got a new relationship, a new love. Get some hearts out in chat. Get some hearts out there. We got a pending love. Could be nice. Could be nice. Izzy, what's going on? It's good to see you. How are you doing? Marie joined as well, or Mary or Marie. I'm not sure how you pronounce that without the E. Anyway. Construct a home in LD. Let's see about that. All right. How does SCM feel about me, and where is this headed? Four of Cups is interesting here. That has sort of a third-party situation going on there. Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the King of Cups. Basically, they're a difficult person to be emotionally invested. To try to get this person emotionally invested is difficult, or it's sort of challenging to get them on the line and say, look, need a commitment here emotionally. Need an investment, a long-term emotional investment in that, right? A lot of times it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. That King of Cups is a little bit off-putting. And we say that because of the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands. It's like we're quickly moving into something, but once we get there, we don't really want it. It's one of the things that looks great at a distance, but once we walk forward to it, once we're getting there, all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not really sure if I want to be there or not. So sort of watch out for that, right? I'm not really sure if I like where I'm at, but I love the chase. I love getting there. I love that journey. But once I'm at the destination, it's like, oh, yeah. You know, it's like a little buyer's remorse kind of thing. It just feels like that. That Four of Cups. Ace of Swords, altogether though, it says that things sort of develop and grow and expand in their own way. So trying to rush it doesn't work. Trying to sort of figure it out doesn't work. You need to let everything sort of unpackage and expand and go forth as it needs to go, because trying to force something out just doesn't work for you overall. You just have to let it sort of do its own thing. And within that realm, I think that is going to work out for the best. All right. Thank you. We got a dog. Got the dogs over here. Who let the dogs out? Is there any chance Princess will show some improvement this week? Let's find out with the dog tarot. See, Christina is context aware as well. She knows the question and she gets the appropriate tarot deck. Okay. So Christina's on point, on target. All right. Is there any chance will Princess show some improvement this week? Emperor, 10 of Earth, 3 of Sea, and the 8 of Sea. Not really. I mean, it just not really. Yeah, kind of mixed on that. So yeah, I mean, we have the 8 of Sea. We have sort of this disappointment or this journey that needs to be taken. But there's not a lot of activity. There's not a lot of standing up. There is some behind being on the floor. There is some things that just aren't working out, right? So we sort of have that support underneath us, that we need the support underneath us this week. We are down. We have a long journey to go. It's just sort of, sort of that 3 of Cups. It just feels like that this week may not be significant improvement. This week may not be massive improvement, but the 3 of Sea is a bit challenged with that. But yeah, I'm just going to say, I'm going to go thumbs down on this. It looks like it's going to be challenging this week for sure. But anyway, I hope that Princess gets better. And sorry to hear about all of that, man. That's really harsh. That is really harsh. Gianna, thank you for hanging out with us. And Annie, what is going on? Annie, you just missed the magic trick. Annie missed the magic trick. Love and studying the Kabbalah. Ooh, Linda, I'm going to come up with some Kabbalah videos. Here's the problem that I have with some of the Kabbalah stuff. Spiritualist, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that so much. I think we need a 10,000-foot look at the Kabbalah tree. That's what I think in my personal opinion. Here's what I want to do. I want to back up and get a 10,000-foot overview of the Kabbalah tree. What is it? Not only that, you got a bunch of that. But I want to go, like, where does the tarot come in, right? Because you have tarot cards on paths. And I want to sort of explain what the path is and why the tarot card's there. And moreover, I want to know what if you, instead of the devil at this spot in the path, what if you put the 8 of coins here? What if you put the 8 of wands there? Would that make a difference? I mean, why is it on this path? What's the importance of where it's at and where it's going? I think I want to back up and do that, right? Not from a Kabbalah tree perspective. I don't want to explain the whole thing. There's 10 billion videos that do that. I want to say tarot specifically, why is that so important? You know what I mean? Amy, Amy wants to know the rules. Amy, I'm glad you joined. Thanks for hanging out. Amy, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random, I'm just saying, Amy. All right, should I commit to memorizing everything? The Lover says, Linda, the Lover says that there's meat on the bone that you need to study. There's some things that you need to study. Annie, thank you for your donation. Mana's Talk Sessions is here. What's going on? So, Linda, there's some things that you need out of this. You personally, I think that will expand your knowledge. It will grow you spiritually. And I think it will explain some things that you're like, oh, that makes sense now. I understand that. The Lover says this is a good match for you. Queen of Coins says you need to approach it from an unusual perspective, because it's sort of one of the problems is that you're just going to get the same old information you've been getting. I think you need something like what I'm talking about. Somebody to sort of back up and explain it fresh. Explain it fresh in a new way, right? The Queen of Coins. And I say that because the Knight of Swords not only means keep going on the study, but it means get it from different perspectives. You don't want it from like one perspective. Get a bunch of different things happening until sort of one piece clicks. And then get a bunch of different videos and maybe some articles, some web pages until one other thing clicks. And then over time, all of a sudden, you sort of get this, it sort of pieces together, right? The Hierophant says, take it seriously. You do want to do that. But again, the more variation, the more focus you have on one particular answer that you need, the better. I don't think that you need just to spam the whole thing, like just blah, here's the whole thing. I think you need to focus on this one particular thing. What the hell does that path mean? What if I put a different card on that path? Would that affect that, right? What does this section up here mean? When we have something like that, what does that mean? Because the problem with the Kabbalah is you can study that for the rest of your life and still not be done, right? Meadows ASMR. I love that you love that I love doing a bunch of different decks. I'm just saying. Nikki, welcome to the stream. What is going on? We got the Santa Muerta Tarot. Everybody's all upset when I said Muerta. Anyway. All right, YouTube users got the hearts. Got the hearts, got the love. What is going to happen with all of that? Haven't contacted is, he hasn't either. Is he waiting for me to contact him? Let's find out what is M's master plan at this point? Like, what is M going to do? Does N have a plan, or is M just winging it? M's just winging it. I mean, I'm just saying, are they winging it? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, what do we got there? Four of Cups. I don't really think they have a plan. I think they are in somewhat winging it. You know what I mean? We got the Seven of Wands, right? A little bit on the defensive side. It's almost like that. If we approach them, they are going to be on the defensive. They're like, what, you know, how am I supposed to do that? That's not up to me. I think they're going to be a little bit argumentative, first off. That Seven of Swords being reversed says now's not the time to reconnect. Because the Seven of Swords, you already know, is my reconnect, reuniting card. And the Seven of Swords reverse is now, pretty much is not the time to do that. We've seen that before in some of the other readings, right? Because the Four of Cups, I don't think they're open enough. I don't think they're open enough to be receptive at this point. And you sort of see that with the Ace of Wands, which says don't take action now, right? Don't take any action now. So I don't think he's waiting for anything. I think he's just doing his own thing. He's sort of coping. He's having his own thing as it goes. But yeah, there's that. That is, at least that is what the tarot says. That is what the tarot says. And we got more donations. We got a donation from Rose. Rose wants to know something. What does Rose want to know? Rose wants to know, we'll be able to construct a home in LD. Let's see about that. Thank you so much. All right. By the way, we got Christina here doing all the heavy lifting. Doing all the heavy lifting in the background. All right. Pretty brown girl, Aries. Pretty brown girl. How are you doing tonight? Good for you to join us. What is going on? Who else we got? We got Erica joined. Erica wants to know about somebody's heart. We got a bunch of things going on tonight. It is action-packed. Rose, speaking of action-packed, will we be able to construct a home? Yes or no? We need something built. We need something built. The Seven of Bows is a good build. The Wheel is a good build. The King of Bows as well. The Nine of Vessels. We're going thumbs up on this one. This looks great. This looks fantastic. I mean, this is really encouraging indeed. Will we be able to construct a home? Let's sort of look at this. Like, where are we going to get the yes from? It's a yes. Spoiler alert. The Wheel of Fortune, what goes around comes around. The wheel is a steady. So being steady, going that route is good. The Nine of Vessels, good news card, a lot of celebration within that. The Seven of Bows, working towards that, building a little bit of a house here. and the King of Bows as well. Again, the communication with the builder, the communication in the construction. There's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff, a lot of positive cards, a lot of building cards, a lot of action cards, sort of moving into that. And that is sort of what you need with building a home over there too. All right, we got a couple of stickers. We got, who had the first sticker? That was Spiritualist. And then Annie. All right, let's see what Spiritualist wanted. Spiritualist, welcome to the stream again. What is going on? Everybody's hopping tonight. I'm just saying, this is a fantastic stream. This is a fantastic stream. It is. All right, so Spiritualist did not have a question. So let's pick somebody at random. Let's get somebody. Spiritualist, let's say that you're hosting somebody. I appreciate that. All right. Wondering when love and see a serious relationship comes in for me. All right. Love and serious relationship comes in for me. Let's go on to the next exciting deck over here. That is your next deck. That is the art. Are you going to get the first or second version?
I want the first, not the second.
The first. You don't want the second version?
No, it's not as good as the first.
I agree. That's why I haven't gotten it. Otherwise, I would have picked that up. So I couldn't agree more. The second version doesn't look as good. There's something wild about that. Okay. Revival Art Tarot, by the way, it's not cheap, but nothing's cheap anymore. Everything costs an arm and a freaking leg. I went ahead and pre-ordered 20 decks on Amazon. Probably excessive. I'm going to say now. I mean, if you're going to ask me, was that excessive for you to order 20 decks? Yeah. I'm going to say yeah. By the way, I'm missing a deck of cards. I just realized. I'm missing a deck of cards, but I got a shipping notice from Llewellyn, but I never got the deck. So my post office dude lost another one. So we're going to have to go up there and, I guess, call him out on the carpet again. All right. Wondering if when love and or serious relationship coming their way. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. Well, we have the Knight of Cups. It is Mr. Romance or Ms. Romance, whichever. The Knight of Cups is a romantic relationship, is a serious relationship, so it is headed your way. Ace of Coins says it needs a jump start. It does take a while. It is something that needs to develop over time or to expand over time. You do have that feeling of it needs some time. It needs some development time. Death says you need some change as well. Basically, Amy, what you're doing doesn't work, right? So what you're doing doesn't work. If that is not meeting anybody or being on the wrong sites, trying to find somebody, not sort of moving, you basically need to get out and change some things. Death says move about, change some things, optimize some things, do things differently, and you'll get better results, basically, from what you're getting now. So it's like the definition of insanity, doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. You're going to get the same results you have now. You need to do different things. That could be go out more. It could be go and get on meetup.com and sign up for some stuff. It could be, go out on dates and this and that. It could be go to different sites. It could be a lot of different things. But basically, you do have somebody coming in. We have two knights. Again, knights are that activity. Knight is that fire, that flame, and as that goes thing, you know what I mean? So you definitely have that opportunity. So, change things up, alter it up. I work from home. Well, you don't have to stay at home after you're not at work. I mean, it is springtime. We got parties. We got a lot of fun stuff. We got things happening. That's going to give you better results. But if you're looking for basically when, I would say October. I would say October is your best chance. October is your best chance. But obviously, don't wait until October to actually, get out there and do some fun stuff. All right, and we got somebody else. We had another sticker from Annie, and Annie did have a question. Let's find out what Annie's question was. By the way, thank you everybody for being here. As always, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. All right, Annie. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing great, Annie. My question is, how does he feel about me? Well, Annie, I got good news. In my new book that's coming out in June, I have a big section. dedicated to how do they feel about me. including a spread, including like 4 pages of explanation of what cards mean what, what cards mean what. Okay, how do they feel about me? The 4 of Cups and the Page of Swords. Is this an X? Is this an X? I asked that because the 4 of Cups, and I asked that because the 7 of Swords. It feels like an X situation, or somebody that you've known before, somebody that you've had contact with before, maybe a relationship before. I don't know. It feels like an X, or it feels like somebody that is sort of in that way. If you're looking for if you have an opportunity, if this person feels good about you, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that for sure. We have that 6 of Wands. It says that we have the success if we want to chase this, if we want to look at this, if we want to pursue this. We do have a level of success that is sort of inherent within this, right? We do have a little success that is within this. So yeah, if you want this pursuit, I think that you have an opportunity for that. The 4 of Cups, yeah, and that 7 of Swords. It does say that they're co-work. Okay. It does say that you do have a bit of a challenge within here, right? You have a bit of a challenge. The 4 of Cups is getting something you don't want, or getting something that is not quite ready for prime time. So basically the person's getting 3 cups and they drank all the wine, and now somebody's offering them a 4th cup and they just don't want it. So it's almost like that there's a level of interest and disinterest. Interest and disinterest. It's not like this dedicated interest. But again, the 6 of Wands is if you're interested in pursuing something, sort of something there. It does have some opportunity. 7 of Swords, if it is a coworker, it sort of means that it is going to be a short interaction, or something that's going to be definitely sort of short. Page of Swords, a direct interaction is not going to be the best. Is not going to be the best idea. It should be more of a casual thing, sort of offsetting or something like that. Not the direct approach is definitely not the best approach here. But yeah, overall, if you're looking for the 6 of Wands in the success, you do have success waiting. So that does look good indeed. It does look good indeed. All right, YouTube user. There's someone coming to me romantically. There we go. Let's see, YouTube user, if you got some romanticizing going on, it'd be nice. All right, YouTube user, let's see what kind of things are going to happen there. All right, on the romantic side, do you have someone coming in? 7 of Cups, High Priestess, King of Wands, and Page of Swords. Not right now. Not right now. Rose, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. I don't think right now, no. I think the King of Wands with the Page of Swords. It's like we're not quite ready. We still have some things to fix. We still have some things to address. We're not quite ready sort of for the full Monty at this point. High Priestess is sort of a big internal card. It feels like a lot of internal things happening, or things sort of moving through that need to move through. Basically, we need to sort of get from place A to B before we go to place C, right? So we have to go in the order, in the line. And sort of skipping across doesn't really make any sense right now. So someone coming in, I don't see someone coming in right now, no. 7 of Cups does say you do have other options available later. The 7 of Cups is the Lord of Illusionary Success. It does have a lot of cups available, a lot of things available that we're selecting from. So later it does look pretty good, but right now looks a little bit challenged indeed. What deck is that? I don't have the box. I do not have the box. This is similar though. What?
I've done that one.
We have not done that one. This one though, I know what that one is. The pre-Raphaelite Tarot. I don't know what the other one is. I'll look it up. And let you know, Midnight. It is a pretty good deck indeed. Is Melda going to give me a hard time in Atlanta? Let's see about that. And try to find out what is going on. If you're going to get a hard time or not. You're going to get a hard time or not. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. By the way, we're ending soon. Hour's gone mighty quick. It is zoomed through. It is zoomed through tonight. A lot of good stuff tonight. We have a falling tarot tower. We are breaking my tarot tower. Okay. Are we going to get a hard time in Atlanta? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I don't think a lot. but I do think a little bit. So definitely on that. Now the 3, it's like that they do sort of owe you a hard time, or we do have a little bit of a hard time coming. There is sort of a challenge coming. It's not going to be, it's not going to be something that is fully available. And we see that with the 8, right? They do need to provide a hard time. They need to give you a hard time with all of this stuff. So definitely on the roll. Again, I don't think it's going to be too bad, right? We say that because we got the King of Swords. You know, the King of Swords is an authoritarian, maybe a little bit of a totalitarian. It definitely needs it their way. It needs to make the rules, needs to do those things, and with that happening, right? Tarot Nymph, I did answer your question indeed, like a while back. So yeah, we do have that. They need to be in charge. Maybe they're sort of puffing out their chest and beating on their chest a little bit. Could be one of those things. But I mean, you are sort of looking at a level of satiety that they need. And I think they're going to get that from, giving you a hard time indeed. All right. And the last reading of the night. The last reading of the night was a donation that I got that didn't pop up. Rose. Oh, because it's a duplicate. I need to fix that code. So if you donate twice and it's a sticker, only see the first one. Whoops. That would be a bug. That'd be a bug in my code. Okay, let's look at this one with the Dark Mansion Tarot. When will we be destructing a home? When will we be constructing a home? Let's see about that. See how that goes. And by the way, the last reading, I'm here every single night, except last night. Other than that, I'm here every single night. All right, she's evil AF. Okay, well, that's not good. With the time frame, the construction will go well. Magician says you are prepared for it. You know what to look for. You know the tricks. You know the tribulations that you're going to be in. Looking for a time frame. I'm really looking at November at this point. Something about November. There's something where you're ready finally in November. There's some movement that needs to happen between now and then. And after that movement occurs, after this preparation occurs, after these events occur, I think you're much better prepared. Could you do it in July? I think so. I think, honestly, you could do it in July. But if you want it to be done correctly, which I think you do, the magician, okay, then there is a delay involved. There is some preparation involved. There's some shuffling around that needs to get done. So you realistically, I think the star says to follow the guides, follow the guidelines as well, and do what you need to do. And I think doing it properly, getting the magician out there, getting everything prepared is going to be looking like November. All right. Thank you for being here. We will see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central.